1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome, listener, to a necessary recap of our fancy tale. Heroes in band play, old master imprisoned, journey to Post Bay.
It's 10 years ago. Margaret, you're asleep on the sofa in your small flat in Lower Coastburg, sleeping off your hangover from the night before, when suddenly there's a sharp, loud knock on the door. You think it could be Joan coming home early, having forgotten her keys, but you stumble through some scattered beer bottles and hammer-damaged furniture, a sure sign that you had a good time last night, and make your way to the door. When you open it, you see a tall figure in a long dirt-covered robe. A grey-haired tabaxi stands before you, the fur long and flowing around the muzzle, almost resembling a beard. They remove their tall pointed hat and step forward into the flat. Margaret Battlehammer, I presume. You're just the dwarf I was looking for. I've heard tell of your adventures.
Hey up, who the fuck are you?
Who am I?
Hi.
I go by many names. The Grey Shadow, the Scourge of the Broken Teeth.
Honestly, I don't need them all.
Scrimbleshanks the Railway Cat. But you, my new friend, may call me Grumpo. Grumpo Dewclaw, the Wizard King.
Right. Grumpo, Bumpo, or whatever your name was. To be honest, I'm a little fragile right now, so if you wouldn't kindly mind fucking off and go selling whatever wizardy shite it is you're selling somewhere else, that'd be grand. And I go to shut the door on him.
He puts his foot in the door to stop it from closing and sticks his little cat muzzle into the gap. Adventure often comes to those who do not seek it, and oftentimes when one is least prepared. But Margaret, now is truly a time of great need.
Oh, I'm all up for an adventure. No, adventure I'm fine with. What I don't like is persistent little buggers turning up at my front door. First thing in the morning. Did we say it was the morning?
It's
last thing at night. First thing in the morning or late at night.
You've just woken up.
Could be either still.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But Grumpo goes, it's 2 p.m.
Well, even worse. The most holy hour of the day for a dwarf.
Canon.
Don't challenge me on that. Are you offering a lot of money? Or a lot of adventure? I'll take one of the two.
Well... and he opens up his robe.
Oh, shit.
And pulls out a shimmering goblet.
That's what he calls it.
And just sort of extends his clawed hand through the gap in the door, showing you this goblet.
Aye. That looks expensive and interesting.
Oh, Margaret, this is not payment, my dear. This is purpose. Back in the present, you are stood in Margaret's current home, having just seen the pleading message of your former adventuring partner, and now you're left with a puddle upon the garage floor.
Oh, I guess I'll have to. Got a bucket and mup. Bucket and mup. Bucket and
Bucket and mop. Bucket and called in Fantasyland in the Forgotten Realms.
Mop it and book. Muppet and pack. Bucket and map. Mop it in.
Oh, Margaret's having a stroke.
Mop it.
Technical difficulties. Well, Jen's dealing with that.
Mop and bucket. Oh, thank God.
As she gets ever,
bucket and mop.
As she gets
bucket
ever more panicked and look in her eyes.
Help me.
God, guys, this seems pretty serious. Poor Master Dewclaw.
Aye.
We must act hastily. A friend in need of help. Beautiful chance to save him. Opportunities.
John reaches for the loot.
Aye. Beautiful. Maybe we could take a pause for a minute. Take a pause from the playing, just to maybe discuss. I think it's very nice that our old friend reached out to us. Slightly worrying that he's got no one else to turn to, but we'll think about that later. Obviously, the circumstances aren't quite what they were 10 years ago, so maybe just a couple of us should go. You seem pretty unencumbered by responsibilities, Blurg.
I have literally nothing on.
Yeah, I'd gathered.
In many ways.
Except for the gig. Remember, to be honest, maybe we could just send him a return message saying, sorry, we've got a gig.
I don't know, like, we could just post him the bail money.
Aye, fantasy DHL.
Yeah.
Shouldn't cost too much.
Like, if we just tie a big sack of coin to a crow, or
Yeah,
some sort of bigger sky-faring animal.
dragon maybe.
Could find a dragon.
Oh, I know plenty. Have I not mentioned that I've got a dragon ancestor?
A lot of talk about hammers.
Aye, hammers and dragons.
Oh, that's a better name for this game.
The Margaret podcast.
Hammers and dragons is flipping good, but I don't know. Mark, any beasties you can rustle up?
Do we not owe Grumpo this?
It's just...
Rather than posting bail on a bird.
You're very correct, Metza Isa. We have a profound moral obligation to our former adventurer, but also a huge obligation to the organisers of the event at which we have agreed to play. It would bring great shame upon us were we to no-show.
Like, I keep asking them for money. They haven't paid us up front for anything. We're not tied down, you know?
You mustn't let their actions affect yours. A man in debt to you is never to be...
Hey, listen, that's a really good point there. Thing is, Jump Thunderdon, you know, the Soul Slayer, the Hammer of Tyr. Sorry, Margaret.
So it's all right. They're not all copyright.
Ah.
If you say Battle Hammer, though, then you owe me some money.
Wouldn't dare. Tears about justice, you dig? Look, Jump Thunderdon, you know, he's gone. I haven't cleaved a soul from his body in a heck of a long time. Taken evil in my fist and crushed it until all the fear ran out of it. Haven't even spilled the blood of a foe. Not even in the post office.
Generous.
And I just...
Surely
he's gone.
this
Thank
is
you, but he's
just
you know,
a simple
it's not me.
walk to the next town. We shouldn't have any trouble, right?
Well,
How many days hence is this town?
yeah, where is this beaten anyway?
I'll go get the ordnance surveys. We've got a whole bookcase of them inside. John keeps saying we're going to go hiking, but you know how it is.
I would say I know it.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Like a nature.
So it is about a 2 to 3 week, depending on what would or could delay you, hike.
Whoa.
And I'm sure
all the
nothing
way
would.
to Beaton, which is down on the lower west.
2 to 3
of the
week.
map.
2 to 3 week, there and back.
Just there.
So 6
Yes,
weeks.
yeah.
Just there. How many days hence is the concert at which we are due to play?
Funny now you mention it, I'm pretty sure it's exactly 6 weeks. What are the chances of that?
My friends, I believe I have foreseen an opportunity for us to meet our obligations to both the organisers of the Happy Day in the Park concert and also our former best friend and mentor.
It should only be about 2 to 3 weeks.
Fortune shines upon us today.
And
Did it?
we could practice on the way.
Hey, that's right, and we could play at the taverns along the way to earn our keep.
That's right.
Our journey may infuse our music with authenticity.
That's right, Plug. You might get some inspiration for your poems.
That's it, there. We could work on the lyrics around the campfires at night, or maybe around the tavern tables, as we're given free flagons of ale for our prowess on the lute and the other instruments that we play.
Only through journey shall we achieve greater mastery of ourselves. I believe that this is the best course of action for us all to take.
That's all very nice. And I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's going to have to be a little no from me on this one. I'll make sure I go walk in the park every day, okay? And that way I'll do some personal growth at the same time, and then I guess we'll all sort of still be level when it comes to the concert.
It pains me greatly to know that you could accommodate a walk in the park each day into your schedule, and so far have not done, considering I live there.
That is just... I'll have to drop something else very important.
Of course.
Crucial.
Which important thing are you talking about? Tell me and I'll understand.
An important medical appointment, so you better not ask any more about it because it's private.
Oh no, what's wrong with you specifically?
It's between me down there's.
Oh no.
Go on, ask another fucking
You
question.
mean your vagina?
I do mean my vagina. Ask another fucking question.
Now surely there's some sort of magical spell.
which of us is best trained in medicine? We may be able to tend to your vagina.
Yes.
I have
great.
healing hands
No, you don't.
and lay on hands.
Right.
I could do either one of those.
I highly believe that the best course of action now is for Jump to touch your vagina.
Marek, hold my glutes.
Okay, this has been lovely. I'm going to call time on the band practice, and I'll see you lot in 6 weeks, okay? Give Grumpo all my love, and I'm sort of backing away with my drumsticks held in front.
Perhaps one of us could summon some sort of animal, stand in for you at the PTA meeting.
No, my job is crucial.
Hey, Marek, how about one of them rocks? They seem pretty hot for justice.
I have a rock the right size and shape for Margaret.
I believe that one of us should definitely go and speak to Margaret. And I'd look at Jump.
Yeah, I seem to be...
But it should definitely be Metsuisa.
Who's the most charismatic?
Oh.
And I don't mean in terms of our performances, because that's gonna skew the numbers a bit, but...
I've got a -1, it's not me.
0!
So, old Jump, bit of an old card in diplomacy here. He's got a +4.
Ooh, nice.
It's going very badly so far. But yes, let's do it.
Yeah, but until now.
Do the healing hands thing again.
She seemed against it, but I don't know, I got a good feeling about a second try. Margaret, and I assume you're out of the garage at this point, or are you...
Oh yeah, I've slipped through into the main body of the house.
Okay.
And I'm folding some laundry.
Jump follows, and is it... Now, are the doorways, are they dwarf-sized?
Oh yeah, it's a dwarf.
Okay, so Jump, being 6'2",
Only
but
the-
also having a big old gut, is unceremoniously squeezing himself through.
Mark, she did extend the roof of the garage, so that's the only bit that's tall enough for us all to stand
Oh,
in.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
But not the width of the door frame.
No, not the rest of the house. No point having ceilings that high.
Narrow for a reason.
Yeah.
And there's a 3-foot step going into the building as well to prevent Blur from getting in. Funny, I could jump.
Alas. Margaret, wait. Margaret, look, I ain't going to touch any part of you that you don't want. That's okay.
Probably for
That's
the best.
Whatever's going on with your genitals is between you and, well, probably just you, come to think of it.
They did let you be a teacher, right? They do know you are working as a teacher in the school.
Yeah, but I know the difference between good and evil, yeah?
Of course.
Not going to offer my healing hands on any kids.
Oh, no, I wasn't suggesting that.
Oh, okay.
I just think you're weird.
Well, if being the agent of good makes me weird, then I guess I'm just a weird old dog.
Doesn't matter how many times you say dog around yourself. I'm not going to call you J-Dog.
What if I say it like, dog?
No, that's even less likely.
All right, well, hey, look, this isn't the reason I squeezed through your incredibly narrow door frame. Look, Margaret, what's the name of our band?
Justice
The Justice
Friends.
Loving Friends.
No, I was like, hey, thanks so much, Blair. Actually, I was asking Margaret.
Blur, forgive me, and continues to not exist in this scene.
The Justice Loving Friends.
Justice Loving Friends, that's right. Now, do you think it's justice that Master Dewclaw, sweet Master Dewclaw, is imprisoned in somewhere like Beaton, with nary a friend to post his bail?
He's got 3 willing friends. Happy to go.
But it's not the same, Margaret. You know how it goes on one of these adventures. We complement each other.
Look, Jump, I know it's not the
I
same.
need you, Margaret.
I know that, but the fact is things have changed. I can't just up sticks and go away for 6 weeks anymore.
Look, I know things have changed. And he stands up straight and sort of emphasises the porch.
Cannot stand up straight in this house, must remind you that. Lies
Puts his
down
head
flat.
through the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, okay, he stands up straight.
Hey, kids.
Go back to sleep. Oh, it's a dream. He stands up straight, by which I mean he stands at a 90-degree angle.
Really makes the gut hang out.
Yeah. Look, I would be lying if I said that I was up to this, that I was still a spring chicken. But sometimes in life you think about the opportunities that you missed. And not just the opportunity to go on an adventure with your friends, but the opportunity to do the right thing. And you have beautiful, amazing kids, one of whom probably has a really promising career as a paladin ahead of him. But if they ask you what happened when we went to post the bail on our sweet radical friend, Master Dewclaw, what could you say to them? I'm gonna roll charisma. I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Can I do a charisma save?
Yes.
What'd you get, poorly boy?
A 15.
Well, I saved with an 18. Eat my blue vase.
Oh.
Penis.
Oh, I thought that was another thing about your engorged vagina.
No,
Look,
it's just-
I know when I failed.
So it's Jump. I appreciate it. I really do. Problem is, it's not about me anymore, is it? I appreciate you. You want me to join, and I really do like. It's nice that you'd still like me with you, but I've got to, think of the others, the wee ones.
Jump is squeezing back through the door frame into the garage. He stops and says, "Yeah, your kids, they're good kids. I think it is just about you." And he turns in. Goes into the garage.
We used to be your little ones.
You'll always be my little one, Blurg. Because you're shorter than I am. And that's rare.
And going back into the garage, I look up and force a bright smile onto my face and said, yeah, she said yeah, of course. First thing tomorrow morning, she said.
Wow, an unlikely outcome, I thought,
Yeah.
but very well received. Should we go and celebrate with Margaret the commencement of our new journey?
She's got to say goodnight to her kids and goodbye for 6 weeks. So, we've got our own prep to do. We've got a long journey ahead. A lot of incredible creativity sessions ahead of us. Night after night on the road, lyrics,
Yep.
music,
I
ale.
shall go and patch. Patch? I shall go and patch my parchment.
I've got some praying to do.
I will go and pack.
So you all depart 32 Pudding Road and head back to your respective homesteads with some preparations to do. Bleg, what are you getting ready for your 6-week journey?
Blair returns to the small hut that was constructed for him by the groundskeeper of this park. A fairly, simple structure. And he goes inside and he opens up a box at the sort of foot of his little bed, which contains his longbow and his sai. And he takes out the sai and does a little twiddle, a little weird spitting thing that he's got. It looks kind of fancy, but also he drops one of them. And he has to pick it up. And he tests out the sort of stretchiness of his bow and the string breaks. And so he just sort of sets about his desk and starts to thread another.
Do you have any ties other than the 4 friends in your former adventuring book?
Oh, he does. Yes.
Kevin.
There's Kevin, but he leaves a note for Kevin on his door, cancelling the tea. He then writes a letter to the, I think maybe he had like spoken poetry evenings that he would go to, which were well attended by the hipsters of this town.
Yeah, like a coffee tavern.
Yes, he writes a letter to the coffee tavern, apologizing for his absence. Turning over, he then writes, possibilities. 1. Await on the road unknown. Sparkling dew, my friend. And he seals it up with his... He does it very demurely, sort of folding it over, and then his crazy tongue comes out and slaps it in order to seal it shut.
No.
And, he packs up some parchment. He patches some parchment, and then, he heads out. Does he head out, or does he wait? Does he go to sleep and wait till morning? I don't know what we agreed.
Morning feels like a better shot.
He goes to bed.
You've got all your affairs in order. It didn't take that long. Your commitments are more to
The craft.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is coming with it.
And easy to leave for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
On the other...
he turns the heating off.
Oh, yeah.
Not making that fucking mistake again.
Good
Jesus.
thinking.
Cancel your newspaper subscription so they don't pile up. And then everyone will know you're out and they'll come and rob your hut.
Oh, fuck.
The letter he writes is in his native language. So it's just, and he's writing there. He's sitting there solemnly in the moonlight.
Yes, canonically, the owner of the coffee place is also a grung.
Yeah.
So, and there might be, there's a romance possibility later on. But yeah, he writes it in his home language. So when you look at it, it's just the craziest look at the squiggles you've ever seen in your life.
Can we do a coffee shop spin-off episode where it's that coffee shop and it's just grungs?
That's for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, all grungs at the coffee tavern.
It's all grungs.
It's all grungs at the coffee tavern. Sounds like a reasonable podcast name.
Long, winded.
It's long, yeah, but it's it's poetic.
Morik, what preparations are you doing for your trip?
Mark has gone home to pack. He's packed a little saddlebag type thing. He's got put on his leather armor. He's got his wooden shield. He's going to bring his quarterstaff, which is just a very basic plain piece of what looks like a tree branch, but it is a quarterstaff. And he has gathered some of the creatures local to the park and the sort of nearby forest area to act as caretakers while he's away. They'll just keep things neat, like bringing in the fantasy sheep to eat the grass to keep it at a good level. Make sure everybody gets food. Anybody who's old and can't source food for themselves, they'll share it around. So he just gathers a whole bunch of creatures and talks to them in clicks and noises.
Yeah, you wander into an open area in the woods and just sit down meditatively. And within a few minutes, you are surrounded by squirrels and rabbits and wolves, one bear,
Maybe a few
some
lizards?
sheep,
Fantasy sheep.
Blair is there,
Some
but not
lizards.
awake. He never remembers that he comes to these things.
You speak softly in Fearbolg. It is a language that can be understood by most animals. Can you roll a animal handling check for me?
21.
Wow.
You touch those animals
Wow.
just right.
And yet they all comprehend what it is you're asking of them. And they know you. And they know the great service you do for the forest. And so they bow and set upon tasks. And you know that the woods will be in good hands. And the bear plods over to you, looks down, goes, I will take apart the mayor piece by piece.
Thank you, my dear
Take this
friend.
bear on the adventure.
Thank you. Make sure you're polite when you do, but I approve of all actions.
A polite bear.
I will be very polite when I maul his face. I will say please, and I will say thank you.
Yes. I'm so glad.
It's annoying when Sarah makes a character that's better than any of ours.
It's important that you address them in common. Remember, they will only understand the common tongue.
that-
We have gone over it.
That is the shame, that I do not speak common. So really all they will hear is guttural growls as I attack them.
I think they will understand. Do not worry.
That
my
is
friend.
true. I can convey a lot with my facial expressions.
You have a very emotive face. I trust you. Thank you so much, my dear friend. I will return in 6 weeks or so.
May the road be kind to you, Metsa.
And you, my bear.
And he pounds off into the woods. And you know everything is in safe hands.
Safe as
Or
paws.
paws. Safe
Big-
paws.
Glory paws. So safe.
Jump. What are you doing to prepare for the road ahead?
So Jump gets home and he goes into the bedroom where Arena and Tim, the two other members of his groovy polyamorous relationship, are sleeping. And he goes, "There's no time, Arena and Tim. I've got to go on an adventure.
What? What?
I've been called, heralded, you might say.
Ah,
There's no time to explain. I'll leave it in a letter on the desk where we first met."
okay. I mean, you could have just done that without waking us.
What?
Well, if you're just going to leave
So
it in
anyway.
a letter, if you're not going to tell us now and you're just going to leave it in a letter, why'd you wake
Farewell,
us
sweet
up?
Arena, and you, Tim. Goodbye forever. Well, no. Old habits die hard. I've been doing this a long time. With that, he closes the door and strides over to his secret temple, which is Tatir, which is secret in the sense that there's a tarpaulin over it. And for all of his remonstrations that he, this is past him, he no longer worships Tyr, god of justice. He whisks it apart, and it is the most pristine part of the house. His armor is hung up there; it's gleaming, and blood red sigil of scales resting on a warhammer on jet black armor, and he very slowly shoehorns himself into this armor, which is a couple of sizes too small for him now. Not the most pliable of materials, and taking off his cap and tainted and his taint glasses and his tinted glasses. This is what D&D is, and this is why I love it. Taints and everything. He takes them off, and we get a flash of divine energy just briefly before he slots on the helmet, jagged, with a sort of mesh visor over the eyes, which prevents the divine energy from blazing out. The armor itself is adorned with the odd trophy of vanquished enemies, teeth, and a skull on the shoulder. And once he's just about fit into this armor, he packs his weapons, which is a flail, a trident, which slots on into a compartment on his back. his priest pack, which includes vestments for all those blood sacrifices.
Ooh.
His priest pack, yes.
Right.
He is devout, don't you know? And also a pendant of a skull being crushed by a gauntlet. And he drapes that around his neck and tucks it inside the armour. And he clanks out of the house with a final farewell, Arena, and sweet Timmy. And then he slams the door.
As you about to go out the door, Tim leans out the bedroom and goes, if you're going out, can you pick up some milk?
I'll carve the reminder in blood on my wrist.
Sweet Tim.
And I'll be back.
As beautiful as the day I met you at that desk.
Forever. No, I met Arena at the desk.
Yeah. I thought it was the same desk.
Other side of the desk, yeah.
They were both employed to install the desk in your house.
Yeah, and he saw Arena first and went, oh my god, by which I mean Tyr of Justice. And then he turned around and saw Tim and went, Tim of Justice. And then that was it. Yeah.
Married that day.
Now, you have dressed yourself in your fine raiments and left the house with great purpose, not realizing that you don't need to leave till the morning. What do you do?
He leaves the house in a sort of march and very purposeful. And after about 10 minutes, he kind of realizes, oh, I don't quite know where I'm going, but I will trust in the guidance of Tyr, God of Justice, and just keep walking. And it just so happens that he ends up outside Margaret's house. And once he gets there, you would say stands vigil, stands sentinel, I guess, outside Margaret's house and doesn't move.
What a sinister image. Margaret. Joan comes home a little bit later from town and you hear the kids sort of like being rowdy. They've run up the stairs to their bedrooms. They're probably not going to go to sleep for a bit. They're going to play the spell games. They're like video games, but you use spells to make them happen.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right?
Yeah.
There's no one to tell me that's not how it works.
Mage hand, minor illusion.
Spell games.
Immortal combat. They've got the blood spell.
Yeah, just mage hand and a little illusion. Next thing you know, Grand Theft Auto.
Magic.
I cut some every so often. I walk in and I look through the door and I'm like, "You better only be playing Spyro."
God, just because
We hate those realistic games, Mum.
I don't like history games.
Now, is that your draconic ancestor?
Spyro.
Oh yeah, the sassy dragon.
Is it a text adventure that you, Margaret, made about your ancestor and insist that your kids play?
Now, was Spyro the dragon Northern, or was that from the other side of the family?
Yeah, the whole battle hammer line, strongly Lancashire. Not that fantasy Lancashire.
Fantasy Lancashire.
We did establish it was your father's side that was that your mum fucked a dragon, I believe was the phrase that was said in the prep.
I think I might have said that at one point.
I think a lot of things were
that
said.
sounds like something I've said.
On my character sheet, I haven't been quite as specific, but definitely something I may have said in our session 0.
Pretty sure.
But yeah, where does Joan find you within the house?
She's just doing some chores around the place. She's just, it's that endless cycle of there's always some washing up to do. It's probably washing up. That seems to be my actual life, so it would make sense that my fantasy character would also do that.
Yeah, so Joan comes and says, "Hey, hun, how's the rest of band practice?"
Oh yeah, it were grand. How were the professional musicians? How were the bards?
Oh, well, they weren't as good as you guys, but it was still a lovely time. We still, still a nice time out with.
I love you,
The
Joni.
kids. Are you? Oh, I love you. I love you too. I love you too. What?
You're we're good. What together? What we have in it? It's just.
What's wrong?
No, it's just. You're just. I'm just appreciating you. Just expressing some. I know we've been married for a little while now, so I just want to make sure we've got it. Still.
I always know that.
Good. Well, then I'm doing my job right. Great.
What's brought this on? Why? Something's wrong. I can tell.
Oh no! It's just you're so supportive of the band. I really appreciate it. You just everything a dwarf could ask for.
She walks over and she clasps your hand. And she brings it up and kisses it. looks you in the eyes and goes, "What aren't you telling me?"
It's just, I can't hide anything from you, can I? The fact is, I'm not going to be able to take the kids swimming on Thursday because I have to do another band practice. And I knew you'd be a bit upset 'cause I know that's one of my jobs. So I thought, let's just butter her up and then it'll be all right. But you rumbled me.
I need you to roll a deception check, which you are unfortunately skilled in.
Oh.
Is it a disadvantage because Jump's standing outside?
Do they know he's standing outside?
Definitely closed all the curtains.
Okay.
Ooh, I rolled a 19 plus 2. Sorry.
Yeah, Joan believes you. And she goes, "Oh, yeah, we have to be flexible. Like, plans change and things come up, and we can't just stick to the rigid schedule all the time. But that doesn't mean I'll be mad at you. I'm not. I won't be upset with you about something like that.
Oh, I know. You're more than I deserve.
No,
right?
Don't.
It was just a joke, just a little joke, just banter. I give her a little kiss, and I'm like, I'm gonna take the bins out, okay? And I go out the front
and see a resplendent Jump with his belly outside of his armor.
You see two glowing white eyes in the darkness of the street.
I knew you wouldn't let us down. You've come with your trusty bag of rubbish.
Hark! No time to lose, Maggie. There's near 3 hours before sunrise.
Yeah, you can't stand out here all day. Look, Jump, I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're hanging around outside my house all night. It's weird.
Oh, this is your house. I was just following the guidance of Tyr, God of Justice, and he led me here.
Great. Well, can I bring you out some hot chocolate whilst you're waiting?
I would love a hot chocolate.
Right. I nip inside and I make a pair of hot chocolates, and I come and stand outside
No.
and I hand him one. And I'm like,
Laced with sleeping medication. Both of them.
Ooh, this is like the old times, isn't it? You remember the campfires? Drenched in blood and sweat from the battles. We'd sit and decompress and debrief, get it all off our chests, tell some stories of battle and triumph over evil.
aye, it were a magic time.
I see what you did there.
Oh yeah.
You see, this is brilliant. This is what I'm going to miss on this journey.
Nothing quite like stretching out your legs in front of a fire after a day of slaughtering enemies, is there?
Letting the blood dry on the skin and then scraping it off.
Feeling the lust for death rushing through your veins.
From dawn till dusk.
And then again from dusk till dawn. We didn't stop, did we?
No way, not if there were night raids, especially if we were the ones doing the night raids.
Aye.
Hacking and slashing and...
Evil don't sleep,
please.
do it. Yeah.
You know what, Maggie? You're exactly right. That's exactly what Tyr says to me. Evil never sleeps. And nor will I.
Yeah. It were fun.
Well, you've got the PTA now. That's...
Oh, aye. That can be a bit of a bloodbath too, let me tell you.
I ain't surprised. I would love for you to tell me some stories. I bet they at least equal what we went through 10 years ago.
Aye, yeah. Just the other week, we had this debate about whether we should serve the kids chicken nuggets in the canteen. And it got very heated, although now I'm saying it maybe is not quite on the same level. But I must say in the moment, I felt the urge to kill Susan. But I'm proud to say I did not, because we do have a policy of no weapons during PTA.
You mean metaphorically? Because you
No.
definitely literally took head from shoulders.
I thought they meant metaphorically, first time round.
Oh.
And they made me leave my hammer outside.
Oh, see, I thought you would have separated the limbs from a body and then spread them to the four corners of Lower Coastburg.
Aye. Generally, I do reserve that mostly for actual gerblins. But Susan probably deserves it.
Hey, I tell you what, she sounds like a goblin.
She can be at times.
She actually sounds pretty evil. I mean, I'd be more than happy to go over there right now. I mean, I've got a few hours until sunrise, so...
it's probably not.
Okay.
It's not quite that bad. But also still, very exciting, very thrilling stuff. So, just not quite evil. Please don't kill Susan.
Well, probably it's probably a, had to be their thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You could read the minutes. I could bring them out.
Yeah, Maggie, I would love that. I got a long journey ahead at the campfire, and when it's just me and Morik and I think it would be good to have something of you there.
Aye. I can, I'll fetch it for you.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, and that'll be like a little bit of me's gone with you, just out on the road.
Yeah, like a little bit, because you're not actually going to be there, but...
No.
Yeah.
No. You know how it is, though. You get it, right?
Yeah,
Just
but
wouldn't
you
be
were
fair.
so convincing when you told me. I can't argue with that.
I was. At least 3 points more convincing.
Yeah,
than
like
you were.
comparatively, 3 points is about right. Oh well, I best go back to staring into the distance, thinking of Tyr.
Yeah, just don't look at the house, okay?
But what if he's behind the house?
Away from that. No, away from the house.
He might be behind the
We
house.
don't have blackout blinds on, okay? Those eyes. Straight through. Trying to watch telly.
Well, thanks for the hot chocolate.
You're welcome. I'll just take that.
See it. I haven't. Okay.
Just sup. I have to wash it.
Sure. Yeah. Ever the fight against evil. Love it.
Aye.
All right. See it. See you then.
See ya.
In the background, a sleepwalking blur is like sweeping the street under Misarisa's instructions.
So many leaves, huh?
Yeah, Margaret, you go back inside having deceived your wife.
I don't say deceived your
Oh,
wife.
that's what it was.
Sorry? Did you tell her the truth? Or
No,
did you lie
technically
to her?
I did roll deception. I'd like to think it was more of a white lie, but
A little white deception.
I
a
mean,
white deception.
White deception check.
and that's fine. And so you go to bed in the same bed as her, knowing that you're fine. You're fine, right? You're fine.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. This is
Great.
what she should do.
And so morning comes. Kids are getting ready for school. Joan's making them lunch. And Carol comes running up to you and she's like, Mum,
Yeah.
why is Uncle Jump stood by the bins?
Oh, you know how he is. He likes to make sure no one steals our rubbish, innit?
That's literally never happened. I've never...
No, but it only because Uncle Jump's been there.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Who's trying to steal our rubbish?
The forces of evil. The and Amal. What's he teach you in general studies? The unformed blob of evil. Go on, go away. Just
I tell you what they're after. It's those sprouts you didn't eat. All people love them.
yeah.
They're trying to get hold of them.
Oh, they can smell them when you don't eat your sprouts. And if you don't eat your sprouts, you put your whole family in danger.
Worth it. No, she runs off. So bleh. And Morik, you meet outside Margaret's house, ready to head off on the long road to Beaton.
Are you prepared for the journey, compatriots? Although I slept through the night, I can't help but feel that I was awake for many hours, doing menial tasks about town. But this, I imagine, is all part of the anticipation of the journey.
It's the adventure in life, man. Savour it.
Did we all bring our instruments?
Mine's right here. And he gestures towards his big throat sack.
Excellent.
Where do you ribbit, and two, when you ribbit, does it
He
inflate?
does not rib. Very few frogs ribbit. But it does inflate.
All right, Professor Salt. Didn't realise we had a frog teacher here.
I did my fucking research.
Let me ask you a question, Paul. Okay, I'm going to answer it. All right. Pretentious.
Listen, I wasn't expecting him to pull out real life frog facts on me. I was expecting.
Always expect that of me.
Anything has taught you anything.
But he does have a sack. It doesn't move when he talks, only when he sings.
There we go.
Aw, singing sack.
Big singing sack.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I've got the shredder right here. And he turns around, and between the trident and the flail, which he has slots for on his back, there is the loot.
Morik pats his top pocket with just to make sure that the pan, pipes, flutes, whatever they are.
Are they sticking out like biros?
Yeah.
I suppose Margaret shall require a great deal of assistance for us to carry her drum kit across the land.
She might have a little drum pad.
Yeah, exactly, because she's definitely coming. I can't wait to see how she's going to carry those drums. Probably on her back because she's so strong and loyal.
Should we knock on the door, or will she just come out when she's ready?
Pretty sure she's coming out when she's ready. And he just
Okay, we
looks
will
over your
wait.
shoulder towards the door.
Blissful waiting is the best joy one can receive. Aided by friends. Joy.
Yeah, man.
Joan and the kids exit the house and head for the cart.
Just fucking staring at them.
And Joan looks over at you quizzically and is like, hey guys, is Margaret having a band practice now? This early?
You bet, Joan. How you doing?
Good. Just taking the kids to school.
Good, yeah? Nothing evil?
What?
I'm just joking. That's a jump joke.
Classic jump joke. I get it every time.
Patented.
Yep.
Oh,
Never not funny.
Never know when they're coming.
We're going to be practicing our band on the road, Joan.
Oh, wait.
It's going to be great.
Where are you guys going?
We're off to bail out Grumpo. I'm sure Margaret has mentioned Grumpo to you before.
Yeah.
He's in jail and he needs a bit of help, so we're going to go for about 2 to 3 weeks one way to get him out. And then 2 to 3 weeks we'll come back and be here for the band show.
That's it. After a band practice on this road. This road now, and then the three of us are going to be going to the bail thing that Margaret just told you about.
Oh, I did not realize we were doing it on the road now. Okay, let me get my pan flute out.
Yep, brilliant.
Pulls it out of his pocket. Where should I stand?
You stand right there, man.
Here,
stand right there, my man.
Okay.
You're doing everything right. You just play your new solo for Joan there.
Okay.
While
we
wait.
ready, Joan? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, Joan is trying to process this.
Listen to that jive, man.
Kids, stay in the cart.
Cart.
I need to go talk to your mother. And Joan turns on her heels and heads back towards the house.
See you,
My
Joan.
friends, I was busy writing down my last poem and missed that entire interaction. I trust it went as expected. Bertie, it has been ages.
Can you speak to animals, Berg?
I've got a 3 in animal handling.
That doesn't mean you can speak to them.
Then no.
He can try and speak to them. Maybe.
Bertie speaks
I've
grunt.
got
Maybe
a,
you think you can.
I've got a water dependency. I don't know if that's...
Well,
Maybe.
And apparently a game of dragon chess on me.
roll
So-
animal handling to see how well Bertie responds to you.
Can Birdie even see you? You're so small. Careful she doesn't stand on you.
It's always the first obstacle I face. That's a 17.
Okay. Bertie lowers their head in order to be closer to you. But you know not to get that close. Because
Oh,
of
yeah,
your-
yeah. And Bertie knows too, after an unfortunate number of incidents.
But within the house, Joan comes in and shouts, Margaret! Margaret!
Which one of them's left? What they left? I bet it says sports kids. I'll go get it. Oh, and then she's shouting from the other side of the house. She walks through and sees your face. She's like, what's up? Joan, is everything okay?
Do you want to go?
To school? I mean, I can take him. I can do the run if you need to.
Do you, Margaret Battlehammer, want to go on this adventure?
To, the one to beat them.
Yeah. The one to bail out your old friend Grumpo.
Friend seems companion, I would maybe say. Really, he was more like an inspirational, older figure. Did I ever tell you about that time that we...
Margaret!
Yeah. I just think it's probably something I should... I think I owe Grumpo. Maybe. I think, to be honest, I do worry that the others will get in a lot of trouble with that. You know, just a kind of steady... To be honest, you've seen them, right? Do you think those 3 can handle themselves on the road?
You're going to look out the window.
Just jumps waving.
Blur's licking his own eyeballs.
I don't want to go, obviously, and I thought that they'd be okay. But seeing them again this morning makes me think that maybe I ought to go as a kind of, just to look after them, you see, because I'm not sure that they really need a supervisory presence. But if you don't want me to go, I won't go, and I wasn't going to. So, it's up to, it's whatever you think, Joan.
You can't put this on me, Margaret. Like, I don't want to be the thing that stands between you and the things you want to do. If you are not feeling fulfilled here
John, I never said that. I just think, I feel that way. I just think maybe I ought to go and just help him out. Just this one time, then I promise I'll do the morning school run and the evening school run every day for the next 6 months. And you know how much I love you. And you really are wonderful. And I just think maybe I really don't want them to die on the road or get lost. I don't even think they've got a map with them.
It is okay. It is fine. If this is a thing you feel you need to do, I'm not going to stand in your way.
Great. Can I roll insight? 18.
She isn't... She's a little upset, but, like, it's not... It's more like the situation of it, like that you didn't feel like you could talk about this as partners, is that you tried to hold this back and hide it from her, and she feels bad that that's how you felt. You had to be around her.
Oh, that's even more brutal. In the heart.
Not angry, just disappointed.
Oh, don't.
Very disappointed and sad.
Right, well, I mean, okay, if that's all right with you, then I guess I'll just grab a couple of things and dust off the old battle hammer.
Go say goodbye. Go say goodbye to the kids first, because they'll be late for school.
Okay, sure. And I, as I'm passing her, I give her a little peck on the cheek, and then just it's tentative.
She reciprocates. She as
okay.
Hurt as she may be, she still loves you, and this isn't. She's not going to leave it on the sourest of notes.
And I pop outside and I say to my sprogs, my spawn.
Some of them are happy, some of them are sad. It's a mixed bag with kids and their ages.
Miscellaneous children.
Miscellaneous children with miscellaneous ages.
I feel fondly of all of you, but especially you. No, stare off into the middle distance. No.
At their foreheads.
Goodbye, the children.
Goodbye, the children. Run inside, grab a couple of things and my hammer.
By the time you get back out, Joan has driven the cart off to school.
Whatever happens, Margaret can't die on this campaign, because I'll die myself. She must go back.
I would make a similar offer, but I have 5 precious years left to live.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've established that Bet is 45 and grungs live to a ripe old age of 50.
At best.
To have only achieved level 3 is really quite galling at this stage of my life. It is something I anticipate improving greatly. But never mind that. Margaret, it is an honour to receive your arrival that was anticipated by all of us and expected.
You're welcome.
Your totally expected arrival.
Aye. Yep. Good. I was gonna come all along, I guess. Just had to even some details.
Of course. I myself had much undertakings. Cut to that other grung opening the letter. She lays it down and looks poignantly into the distance and says,
So, that's it. We're hitting the road.
You bet your flip we are. There's just one thing we need to do before we go.
And that is?
Jump puts a hand in the middle of all of us. Come on, just like the old days.
Which one of us has poison?
Blair extends his tongue to the middle.
I can put my hand on wherever underneath Blurgs, because I'm sure that I probably am immune.
Jump also has poison immunity.
I thought you had disease immunity.
Yeah, Sarah.
Diseases.
You're gonna have to look into
poison,
that.
you cheeky motherfucker.
Yeah. So as we do this, Jump goes, oh shit.
I've angered God again.
I didn't.
Tummy trouble comes back.
Yeah.
For the road.
Yeah.
I sandwich Blurg's hands in between two of mine.
Glad departing's ho, a friend in need of bailing out. The road, the best.
All right, quickly, because I do need to go to the bathroom before I go.
There are 6 more stanzas.
Everyone make sure you use the toilet, because we're not stopping once we get going. All right? I don't want to hear it 5 minutes down road that you needed a piss.
I do not know if my kind excrete.
Do you need help to remove your armor, Jay?
Mostly just go in it once I'm on the road. Margaret,
Oh.
come on.
Okay.
We're missing a hand.
Oh, yeah, my hand's in.
Okay.
My hand's in.
All right.
And she lays it down on top with a
Okay.
look of sparkle in her eye.
What are we? Says Jump.
Just
Just
loving friends.
Rangers.
Loving friends.
Yeah. That's it. That's the spirit. Flip yeah. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
He goes off and does a poo, but he's just standing in his suit about 20 metres away.
After what is certainly more than a minute, an uncomfortable amount of time, you all have to just have the most benign small talk in the hope of just blocking out the noises. But
Yeah.
Jump comes back.
Hey, I just googled whether or not frogs poop.
Oh yeah, what? All right,
Do
frog
they?
professor, didn't you already know?
Well, no, I didn't already know, but I did do some research. And
Wow.
Hey, frog,
Oh my God.
Hey, frog professor, this is an audio medium.
yeah, it's fine. We'll cut the. I didn't necessarily intend this being included.
Oh, I
in the
did.
podcast.
Frog professor.
Oh well, I should explain it then. It's like he's got a third leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
Yeah,
as
I'm
fuck.
good. No.
Imagine pooping an
You know
arm.
what? Actually, Paul, do cut this bit. I have regrets. Yeah, you are collective, and you are on the same page, and you are ready to head out on your first big adventure in 10 years. Your bodies may not be ready, but I think your minds certainly are.
Quest Fantastic is Jen Blundell as Margaret Battlehammer, Nell Heald as Morrick, Paul Salt as Blair, Paul Goodman as Jump Fundenden, and Sarah Keep as everyone else. Story by Sarah Keep, music and editing by me. Thank you so much for listening to our pilot. The next episode is out in 2 weeks as usual, and our heroes are starting the long and dangerous road to Beaton. The campaign, much like the pilot, is titled Thanks for Everything, Grumpo Dewclaw. We were blown away by how many people got in touch to say they liked the show. We've all worked really hard on this, and it means so much to us that you guys are connecting with it. So thanks for everything, Grumpo Dewclaw, to you too. And if you're one of those people, then we need you badly. Word of mouth is absolutely the best way of getting our name out there, so if you like the show, tell a friend, leave us a review, spread the word on social media, make friends with a dog with the face of a baby, and tell them the lore of Quest Fantastic, and then you grow older together and become very good friends. Jen has been hard at work producing transcripts for our episodes, and there is now a dedicated site for those, along with all our social media links, and hopefully more soon. Thanks, Jen. If you want more from us, Jen and Sarah host the queer actual play podcast Roll Plus Heart, where they play a whole host of short-length TTRPGs. Paul Salt is film boss for Screen Mayhem and hosts the podcast Jen and the Film Critic with alpha figure Jen Blundell. And Salt and I host the podcast One Good Thing, where we find good things in bad movies and recommend better ones, because we're nice like that. All other links and handles are in the episode description. The next episode is coming out Thursday the 10th of Feb, so we'll see you all then for another fantastic quest. Fantastic. Bye!